friends, this is Raman with your daily Forex market analysis for May 13th, 2016. We'll start off by taking a look at our Forex factory for the news that's coming out tomorrow. So, the most important news that's coming out tomorrow is in the New York session for the US dollar. We have seen a relatively quiet week for the US dollar in terms of the news that has come out. So tomorrow is an important day. We have core retail sales, month over month number, PPI number, and retail sales number. All these numbers are very important as they tell us the state of the economy, which is what the market is looking at to gauge whether the Fed will raise interest rates in June. So these are important numbers that market will be tracking. Another news that we have coming up for US dollar tomorrow is also the preliminary UOM consumer sentiment number. Again, this is also red news, so it will be an important piece of data coming out tomorrow. After that, we have business inventories and then revised UOM inflation expectations. And then market basically, in terms of news, dies down from there on. Now let's move on to the charts. We'll start off by taking a look at Euro US dollar daily chart. We have seen the price trading in this range. So if you take a look here, price was trading within this range for quite some time, for over a week. And here we have seen this entire week price has traded in this range. So we will treat this as a range bound market still. We saw price go up and then it has done a reversal. So for tomorrow, we'll be looking to buy at 1.1350 and we are looking to sell at 1.1450. So it's a 100 pip range. We are looking for price to break out of this range to either side. If the price breaks to the downside, we'd be looking for a back test of this 1350 level for selling up to this 1300 level, or if the price breaks to the upside to above the 114.50 level, we'll be looking for an upside of either 1480 or 1500 level. So those will be our targets to the top and the bottom. But in the meantime, while the price holds within the range, we are looking to buy at 1350 and we are looking to sell at 1450 range here. For the pound US dollar, the price has been trading in this larger range. So we have seen price test this 145.40 level and drop from there, which is what happened today as well. Price came close to this level and dropped. And in the bottom here, 143.80 level, every time the price comes here, it has pushed up from there. In terms of our daily close here, this is a bearish close. Price did try to go to the top of the range here and then dropped further from there. Now, if we see the price come up to test the high here, 145.40 or 50 level here, we are looking for price to pull back off of that level and go back towards the middle of the range or towards the bottom of the range. And if the price comes towards the bottom of the range here at 1.4380, we're looking for price to push off of there, and that would be a buy level. However, if the price does break below this 143.80 level and it's holding below this level, we'd be looking for next target, which is this pin, this important support and resistance level here at 14300 will come into play. That's where we'll be targeting if the price does break down. Looking at the 1 hour chart here, we may see the price push back up into the pivot point, do a test of the pivot, and then drop towards the bottom here, S1. If the price does come into S1 here, we'd be looking for a potential buy. We'll be looking for a price to hold above this level to go back up top. And if the price comes into this R1 level, we'd be looking for price to drop from there and show resistance, especially into the high of today. Aussie US dollar here, we saw price go and test the top of the range here again and then drop from there. And now it looks like the price wants to break to the downside. So if the price does break to the downside and stays below this 7300 level, the next target would be looking for would be 7250. However, if the price holds above the 7300 level, we are looking for it to push back up towards the middle of the range or top of the range. And at 7400, we are looking to sell this pair as well. This is an important support and resistance area, and if the price holds at this level, we'll be looking for a sell. All of these pairs, or a lot of these pairs, have been range bound this week because we haven't really had a lot of news driving the markets, so they have just stayed within the range. Looking at the 1 hour chart here, we see price came to the top here, 7400, did a railroad reversal and reverse all the way down, and now we are into S1 here, and it looks like price is pushing off of that. So we may see the price go into the pivot point and then either do a reversal to break down, come towards the bottom of the range, or it may continue on. So if we see the price go to S2 level here, which is 7407 here, 7400 area, we're looking for a potential selling opportunity at the top of the range and potential buying opportunity at the bottom of the range unless it breaks through the bottom. Moving on to New Zealand US dollar here, we had a nice close on the daily here. Price went and tested the top of the range here. Again, this is a larger range. This support and resistance level that we had talked about yesterday, price had come here and dropped. Again, the price went and tested this and had pulled back. So for a third day in a row, price has gone and tested this level and pushed off of that. It has bounced off of that, which suggests that we are looking for a downside in New Zealand US dollar for tomorrow unless things change with the news that comes out. So in terms of the target, we would be looking at 67, 75, 80 level here, top of this pin. And if the price manages to break through that, we would be looking at the bottom of this candle, which is 67.50-ish area. So those will be two different targets that we'll be aiming for, 67.50 or 67.80 level. Looking at the 1 hour chart, as we can see, price went and tested, did a double top here and then dropped off of there. Right now it looks like price went and back tested this level. As you can see, price is holding below or pushing to the downside here. If the price holds below this level, stays below the low here, we would expect the price to drop further, and in this case this S3 level 67.50 looks good, or also the 67.80 level, which is our S2 level, which is also support and resistance level that we talked about earlier. That looks good as well as potential targets. Right now this does look like it wants to come down further. It looks bearish. Our daily close was quite bearish, big rejection up top and a doji close, so that would suggest a move to the downside. Looking at US dollar CAD here, quite the opposite. We were expecting the price to drop, and this is the level we were looking for yesterday. It's 27.85. Price did come down into slightly lower into 127.67 area, and now we have hit the support level. At this point, the price has pushed off of this level, and this shows a rejection of this price in the bottom. So tomorrow we'll have to see, depending on what kind of retail numbers come out for the US dollar, we may see the price come and test this level again, and if it holds above this level, we may see the price push back up again. However, if the price tries to push back up towards the upside here, we are looking for a potential test of 2900, and price may drop off of the 2900, or we may see a buying opportunity at 2780. So it still needs to be seen as to which side it wants to break to. Now we have both the options available at this point. It is a little bit range bound because we do have this 2900 keeping it from moving to the upside, and 2780 keeping it range bound here, keeping the downside. If it breaks above the 2900 level or below the 2780 level, we are looking for a further move either to the upside or to the downside. For now though, it could come and do a test of 2780 and then hold above that. Looking at the 1 hour chart, it seems to be holding below this previous low here, and this is the stop run that we saw into this level, into the pivot here where it bounced off of, and now it seems to be holding this level. So what that would suggest would be a further move to the downside. So if it comes into this pin, this is a big huge pin, and it closed bullish here, that would suggest a move to the upside. And now we are looking for double top here, and a move further to the downside. S1 could give us a buying opportunity, or if it pushes into 2900 level, this support and resistance here, that could be a selling opportunity here as well. So we'll keep that in mind. That's all for now. I will see you next time.